Okay.
Finally. Hello. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
Jumi.
How are you?
Good, good. How are you?
Very well. Thank you.
Awesome.
Nice to see you, Jumi.
All right, perfect. Hello, everyone. My name's Abby. I'm the Vice President of Human Resources at 54 Gene. My educational background is sociology and international development. And my work experience has primarily been around operations and human resources. I joined 54 Gene back in 2019 and had the opportunity to work alongside these two amazing women that I have the pleasure of sharing the screen with today. My role at 54 Gene is to work in collaboration with management to build a workforce plan that supports and meets the company's business objectives. I also develop strategic HR plans and policies around recruitment, training, compensation and benefits, etc. And I'm most passionate about working with and helping African youth to find financial stability. That is one of the things that gets me super excited. But yeah, super excited to join you all today and be a part of the Reach Summit. Thanks, Reach, for reaching out to us and giving us the opportunity to network and connect with some amazing people and share a little bit about what we do. I believe that African youth are some of the most innovative, hardworking, and dynamic people on the planet. So whenever there's an opportunity to kind of like support and invest in that regard, I'm definitely excited. So I will hand over to Jumi to do her introduction, and then Estelle.
Thank you, Abby, and thank you to the organizers of this program. It's great to be here. My name is Dr. Jumi Popoola. I'm Vice President for Molecular Genetics and Biobank Operations at 54 Gene. My background is in molecular genetics, and I have a PhD in molecular oncology. And I joined 54 Gene 2.5 years ago to help set up the molecular genetics and the next generation sequencing laboratories. And then more recently, the COVID-19 diagnostics laboratories. I'm very passionate about encouraging young people, especially Africans, to join careers in the science, technology, engineering, and math route. And I'm very passionate about upscaling the existing skill sets in the scientists that we have on the continent so that we're up to par with the international standards when it comes to genetics and genomics research. And I've worked with these two ladies. They've both helped me in one capacity or the other to build the staff strength we currently have that operates in both the research and diagnostic space. And it's great to be here. I'm looking forward to sharing more of our insights with the journey we've all been on so far with the rest of you today.
Thank you, Dr. Jumi. So my name is Estelle Dogbo. I'm currently the head of expansion for 54 Gene. My background, I studied biology, so I was almost on the bench, and then I decided, to shift into business. So I have about 10 years of healthcare experience, mostly in pharmaceuticals. I've worked in companies like Sanofi, Roche, before joining 54 Gene in 2019, as we were setting up the first affiliate in Nigeria. And then for a little bit less than a year, I've been responsible for driving the expansion into other markets. To me, what's really excites me about my role is the ability to meet talents from different cultures, from different experiences, from different backgrounds, and really work with them to, groom them into a space where they can actually achieve their dreams when it comes to, evolving in healthcare. I always say that, passion is everything. And that's the philosophy with which I've always approached my career. And I'm really grateful to, be part of this discussion today, where we could discuss with Jumi and Abi, who we've been side by side since the beginning of the company. And I'm really, really excited to, have the opportunity to have this conversation today. So I think I would just get straight to it. I think it's good for us to start the conversation. Hopefully I get to move my slide. Okay, great. So let's get straight into it. And I'll be telling you a little bit about 54 Gene and what we do. You probably heard this name. It's a very new company. We're a startup. Our founder started this company in 2019. And we've been very proud of our achievements so far. We really are passionate about driving inclusion of the African genome in research. And more recently, leveraging the infrastructure that we've built to also drive diagnostic tests. We really are focused on including the African population into drug discovery as well, and believing that precision medicine need to be accessible everywhere in the world. We've been working tirelessly with different stakeholders to make sure that the infrastructure is available, but the skills are also, fully available on the continent to be able to serve our vision. Yes, so that's what we do as 54 Gene. And we are a biotechnology company. And when we look at the biotechnology industry as a whole, there's been a very big shift over the past few years. And when it comes to, breaking into the sector and starting your career in there, two things really comes to mind to us as an organization. First off, it's very important that as an applicant or as someone who is aspiring to break into this industry, that you think of healthcare as a system. It's really important that as you get into a position or get into an organization, you don't look at it only from the perspective of the role that you are playing right there, but how does that role contribute to the bigger picture of what the organization wants to achieve? In fact, recruiters strongly appreciate it when candidates can showcase the understanding of the companies that they are going to join, the vision, the mission, and the role that the specific company plays in the value chain. And it's even more important in the company like 54 Gene because we have multiple business areas. We have multiple goals. We operate in research, in clinical trials. We operate in drug discovery. So it's extremely important that you approach your entry in the industry from a 360 point of view. How does this role contribute to the grander vision of improving access to personalized healthcare on the continent? The second thing that's really been shifting over the past few years is really we start to realize that having the hard skills is not enough. Being able to sequence, a certain quantity of samples over a period of time, or just processing them or issuing results for a patient is not enough. You really need to pay a little bit of attention to how you build your soft skills as well. Your ability to engage internally with other stakeholders, communicate, present data, present information, make decisions, work within team, organizing tasks. Those are things that we don't necessarily learn in school, right? But as you plan on breaking and becoming very strong in the biotech industry, you really need to approach it that way and think, okay, my role is probably about, processing samples in the lab, but can I have additional skills that will help me increase visibility, within the organization? So I don't know if Abi and Jumi would want to contribute to these few points.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree with you. At 54 Gene, there are a number of roles that you will be in that require that technical expertise. But as you've said, Estelle, it's important to also be able to, have those interpersonal skills to relate with people within the organization. I was looking at a report that was put out by the World Economic Forum on the top 10 skills of 2025. And this is just kind of like as you're thinking about your career and how to plan, and most of the skills on that list were soft skills. So I mean, I can even just read out a few of them. There was analytical thinking and innovation, there's active learning and learning strategies, critical thinking and analysis, problem solving, resilience, stress tolerance, flexibility. And those are all things, like you said, you don't learn in school, but they're actually important for career progression and career growth.